Hello, I'm Eliza Koff, a medical intuitive and a wealth activator, and this is another episode of Inside Healing. 10 to 15 minutes of insight and healing. And I'm so glad that you are here. So, this is part two of the 6 parts of the Soul Reclaimed series. As I was thinking about this, it's kind of as tricky to do it in this kind of setting. Why, Ella? Well, tomorrow you may feel a little different. You may feel sad because so interesting. We don't feel so much because we're lifetimes of we've lost our souls, like soul fragmentation, like last week was inner child reconnection. But we also feel different when we're back together again, right? And then sadness can show up then because we get attached to how we are, which is why, after the day after my one-on-one sessions, I always check up, not because I've cleared things. Sometimes things take a little longer than one session, but because I want to know how they're doing emotionally, because it can feel like, like I call it a new level of grief. When we've reconnected to our, they've cleared all the pain and then the joy is back. And it's like, whoa. So this is going to be kind of like that. So I don't know. I'm feeling kind of interesting that I'm not sure if I should have done this on the YouTube channel, but mostly because I'm doing in little parts when really you'll need next week sooner. But anyway, I think it's gonna work. First of all, I've invited Archangel Michael, and he's here. He is here, and my whole divine and sacred team is here. But coincidentally, I have these 8 months, 8 upgrades. And coincidentally, the one starting this Sunday, October 6th to 11th, is the Arcturian Soul Blueprint activation for 6 days, because you just need 240 minutes to clear the way to fully activate the soul blueprint. So that's actually coincidentally happening this week, and you will get the recording if you purchase and don't want to show up live. You could always get the recording, but it is actually on the theme of soul and not on purpose, because for these 8 months, it's not always just about the soul. It's on other things as well. So, and of course, all the information is down below or on my website. So last week we did inner child reconnection. So this week is not much different. I'm really glad that I started with inner child reconnection, because today is going to be much deeper. Now, I'm also running the whole time the gemstone frequency of Amethyst. That will also help, because I was thinking, what can I do for extra support as you move through this week and then till next week, right? Because it's 7 days. So I'm running the gemstone frequency, which, it's also part of the crown, and then the soul is just up here. And so that's running for you right now. That adds calmness, a little bit more connection to the higher realms, and of course, more connection to your soul. So this is running. So just know that if you start, whoa, well, I'm already feeling something, and that's the amethyst. And do I have amethyst? I actually don't have the amethyst stone. I used to have it all the time. Now I'm more into citron and things like that. But it's a nice purplish shade. No. So let's get to it. What is soul fragmentation, and what am I running for you today? But first, just enjoy this amethyst. Maybe just lie down and just breathe into it. All right. So soul fragmentation is where in lifetimes, and also this lifetime, but I think many lifetimes, where you've endured pain, physical or mental or emotional, and it was too much. Like, even it doesn't have to be as far as torture, but we've had so many, like even if you were in the war, or if you were died of hunger, things like that. I had a lifetime where I was thrown in. It was a very big lifetime for me. It's actually where I lost my intuition. Thank goodness I reclaimed it this lifetime. But my intuition was found out, and I was thrown, not in a dungeon, but I was like a dungeon. And that's where I willed myself to death in that lifetime. Probably lost, and that's when lost my intuition. Not lost, but that's what happens that's why so many witches from different lifetimes, they had to reclaim those parts, because there's been so much So many of us have been burnt at the stake, me too, and hung and tortured because there was fear, and I think mostly just fear, to be honest, because we're powerful when we tap into all parts of ourselves, right? So the fragmentation causes um, your energetic field to be damaged, to be fragmented, to have holes in them. Remember that we have the six, seven, and then the six subtle bodies. And the most unhealed trauma that you've experienced this lifetime or past lifetime, and it shifts your vibration. Now, I don't particularly want to go into what causes, because then you'll think, oh my God, it means my soul is fragmented. For example, it could be anxiety, right? Who doesn't, a lot of people have that. Depression, emptiness, feeling disconnected in life, or even emotional numbing, right? And that's why I think so many of us, if not all of us, have had soul fragmentation to some degree. Addictions, eating disorders, escapism, even narcissistic uh, patterns, behaviors. So what I'm doing today is I'm running the Amethyst. I'm going to run for you the soul retraction, sacred activation. And then I don't want to leave just with one. So I'm going to run that, and I'm going to be quiet for a full 3 minutes or so, because I'm going to tell you guys, one time I ran this for somebody, and this was also a healer, and they were told while I was running it to leave their husband. So, that's why I'm like, this is big. It can happen. But if you're not as aware, you don't need to know what's happening, but it's going to be landing and integrating into your system. Okay. We have Archangel Michael. You have the Amethyst gemstone frequency running for you. And I want you to be comfortable, and I want you to start to notice your breath. Let every exhale bring you further into your body, and start to get really deeply connected within your being. And then go down, down, down through all the layers of Mother Earth until you get to the heart of Mother Earth. And in that place, sorry guys, there's already things clearing for you guys. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's from the gemstone frequency, or my team just already know, because I've been kind of preparing things before I got on. In the heart of Mother Earth, give yourself full permission to receive, knowing that you are worthy, knowing that this is your time to feel whole, to thrive, to love. You can't love fully if parts of you are missing. You can't. And maybe that's why there's so much trauma in it, right? Even self-loathing, self-sabotage. Come back into your heart center. And I want you to set an intention today. And if it resonates, I would like to give you one. If not, choose your my sankalpa or your sankalpa, but I'll say I, and you say I, is to fully allow all parts of my being to be reconnected and settled in a way that serves my highest good on my healing path. Here we go. Starting to run. It's like soul fragmentation, but soul retraction, right? So here we go. I'm going to run it for you now. Breathe. This is deep stuff, like super deep. And you may even feel a little emotional, or you may just feel some energy. Just really allow it, welcome it, and knowing that you are ready. You are ready to be whole, integrated, thriving being. Breathe expansively. Each time you listen to this, it will go deeper. This might not happen in one shot, especially if you're an old soul, which we all are. Thousands of years of lifetimes. So I'm just going to do something just to give you a bit of protection as well while you integrate all of this. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to put a vortex around everybody that's watching this. And then I'm going to cut everybody's cords that's watching this. I'm going to melt it down through the vortex. I'm going to fill you all with divine white light, divine purple light, love, and still the amethyst gemstone frequency is running. And then golden light all through you. I'm going to put a big bubble around you. Go back down to the heart of Mother Earth and just take a few breaths in the heart of the Mother Earth. This will take several weeks, maybe even a month to finish integrating. Come back to your heart center. And maybe bring your hands to your heart. And then please, if it resonates, repeat out loud, command it. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded, whole, and integrated. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded, whole, and integrated. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded, whole, and integrated. Take a deep breath in and fill your whole being with that, with those words, with those intentions. And exhale anything that isn't. Take one more deep, expansive breath. When you're ready, you may take one more expansive, deep breath and open up your eyes. Please notice how you feel, because it's going to keep integrating probably for the next couple of weeks. So you may even forget that you did this, and it's still doing its work, you know. Next week, I will do something to, before I start to upgrade your soul, I'm going to help you still more with this part. I'm here if you have any questions. Please let me know how this was below. Receiving the soul retraction, sacred activation, the amethyst, gemstone frequency, and then just some of the other things I did just to help you as you step away from the session, and knowing that you're okay, and that you are safe, and that you are so loved. As always, it's such a great, great honor to be part of your journeys. Bye for now.